Alright, for this video we're going to be showing you how to make your piece of wood for your cribbage board. Before I even get to cutting the cribbage board on the table saw, I'm going to want to make sure I have two nice straight edges, or at least one flush straight edge that I'm going to be cutting along the board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here on the joiner. I'm going to be putting it down 1/8 inch so that it's nice and flat, and then I'm going to be able to move on. So I want to show you how to do this in the video before we get into anything else. So all I need to do is hold this flat against here. We've set this at 1/8 inch cut, and we're going to make sure that everything is smooth. So safety first. Here we go. I lay the wood down right against the support. Here, not the entire edge was cut. It was because it was trying to level it out nice and flat. Now we got a flat piece. So now we're going to take it over to the table and put the dimensions in, and we'll cut our piece for the cribbage board. Alright, so I cut down, after I used the joiner to make a nice flat edge, I cut this down already once, and this video is just going to show you the second part. So what we're doing with our cribbage board is we're going to be making a 5.5 inch width piece, which is what I cut, and then a 17 inch long piece for the full length of our cribbage board. So this is obviously longer than 17 inches, so we're gonna have to rip down this to 17 inches, which is gonna be the same way I did the 5.5 inches. So 5.5 inches, I set our straight edge here at 5.5, and then I ripped the big piece of wood. Mr. Harris was on the other end and grabbed it and pulled it through, so we had no issues with the saw. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bump this back to 17 inches, dot, lock it down, and now we're going to push this piece through again. So again, we put the flat edge right against the brace here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of push it through. Mr. Harris will be on this other side just in case. I'm going to use the guide on one end, my hand on the other. Again, my hand's going to be near the edge here just to make sure I'm keeping that wood flush against that board. Okay? We're just going to push it through. Now the scrap wood, just a little less than 17 inches for another one, so this one will go into our scrap box. But here's my piece that is a nice flush 17. What I'm gonna go do is I'm gonna run it through the joiner again and make sure that the edges are nice and straight so we can have a nice rectangular piece for our cribbage board. All right, next steps is gonna be using the jig, not the dance, but the thing that's gonna help us to put our holes in properly.